Good morning, afternoon, evening. Welcome to my awesome show, the Anarchic Chick Show, the one and only. I have an issue to address to the community today. And that issue has been quite said one of an issue for quite a while, probably as far back as the internet was created. And while I like to have fun and while I like to overlook certain things that aren't favorable to creators or to any other people on the internet, on YouTube, I don't agree with them. While I like to overlook them, I don't agree with them. And I've been told to ignore the trolls. Don't give them any attention. Don't bring attention to them of any type of a way. And that includes saying their name, letting them up on panel, letting them in your chat, going on their panels. It's more like, once you know, you go. And basically, once you know a troll, you go, especially if they've done some nefarious shit to you in the past. Yet we keep entertaining the trolls. We keep giving them that fuel that they need to continue their job, and that is to torment people on the internet, to torment them to the max, to the point where they just have a breakdown. And if they have a breakdown and if they leave, if it just tears them apart to where they're like, I can't stand to be around any of this at all whatsoever. They're not to the point of, oh, I'm just going to ignore them. They're to the point of, yeah, it is affecting me, and and if they leave, well, basically, how does the troll see it? The troll sees it as a win. They did the same thing to Abs. She left, and so they all considered it as a win. But then she came back. They always come back. People always come back, guys. Whether they come back under their same name or they come back under a different name, and then people, try and figure out, well, who's this person? So people always come back because they like the fun of it. But people also like to be left alone. They like to come in and be anonymous because, LG is giving us information that, this is what she looks like, and her name is LG. She does like to imitate a person by the name of Shelly, i.e. me. And that's just kind of like what she likes to do. CFW does the same thing. Go easy on some of the shit, though. I mean, some of that's like, yeah, not cool. All right. Anyways, bless your heart. What's up? I could be as a troll, and she always does give him attention. He might be. It's so weird because I could be so nice to a lot of these people's faces, and then they come around and they're the ones trolling me. So that could be an issue as well. They could get to know me and what my strengths and weaknesses are. And then because they are a troll, it's just in their game, then now they can use that against me and I'll never even know it's them. So weird. I think STL is the same, maybe Paige, she gets to know me and then she's like, now I know how I can really, troll her. So what's this about? What's my stream really about? Well, what this is about is that I've been given notice, a 2-day notice, as opposed to a 2-week notice, maybe even a day notice, that someone I know and I've come to be friends with no longer wants to be on the internet because of said trolls running rampant, being idiots. To the point of just being outwardly idiots under their own names, not anybody else's, but their own. Pretty bold move to make, don't you think? Yeah. So that really saddens me because I can remember times, and even now, I should just walk away and not, deal with it. But if you look at it all, if you look at it, it seems as if so many people are trolls. It seems as if they are, but they're really not. The trolls really represent a very small amount of the community, maybe 5%. So if you look at it that way, they don't represent the community. They're nuisances to the community. They are, wedding crashers, basically just class clowns. I mean, that's what the trolls are. And they represent a very, very small percentage of everyone else. There's so many supporters that this person has. They don't even realize. Yet because of those few people that make a big presence and statement about themselves and how they feel about this person, it seems as if a lot of people are against the person. But that's just not so. It's just not so. It only seems that's only your perception of what's really going on. And how do I know? Because I've been there and I'm still kind of there, but not to the extent where I go, oh, packing up, leaving. People put my name in their titles all the time, right? And they do it to try to paint me in a bad light, right? But anybody who knows me knows who my enemies are and knows not to believe them because they're my enemies, obviously. Now, if Bless Your Heart said something against me, you guys might be like, did somebody put her up to it? Or is she really being truthful about what Shelly did or said? Or if Huckleberry said something about me, you can go, okay, well, they were friendly, so maybe she's telling the truth about it. But, if Freeside or Corrosive or even Corrosive's new best friend, if they basically said something against me, you can probably go, they're just mad at her. They don't like her. And of course they're going to say some shit like that. Obviously. It's obvious. But the new people come in and they're like, oh, really? Did she really do that? No way. That's horrible. And they believe everything because they're brand new. And people bank on that. They bank on it. So be very, very careful who you give your information about your real life to. I would suggest not giving your real name at all because most friendships don't last continuously. And if they do last, they could, you could break apart and then get back. But as soon as you show those DMs or slander somebody, you've severed it. You've burnt the bridge. The bridge is not just closed for construction, right? Because when you break apart from your friend or your best friend, it's closed for construction. All right. It may soon open back up. But if you burn it down by putting it all out there about that person you broke apart from, then it's going to be really hard to make, things right again. Let me say hi to some people in the chat. Got AJM. How's the rabbit today? Shelly, did he enjoy the day at the park? He did, and he came home and he just sprawled out and fell asleep. He did not wake up for a long time. Right now, he's eating his food. He's being a good boy. Yeah, those jerks were playing soccer and they kicked it so hard. I mean, how do you kick it so close to where I am? It's just they didn't think ahead. Of trolls, just trolls, all of them. Shut up, Pimp Freeside. We know who you are. Just stop. Oh my gosh, you're not fooling anybody, buddy, with that pimp name, Pimp. You're just a try pimp. Basically, you try to be a pimp. You're a try pimp. You try and go in people's DMs. You try and hook up with women, and you try to be that pimp to them and everybody. You're not. Try harder. She's not always triggered. She said it before. She doesn't let any of this affect her at all. Fuck the doxing. Exactly. It's dumb. And then again, don't tell people your personal information to where they will dox, because as soon as they find that out, they go straight to the courthouse and start looking shit up, and then they go to all your other personal information stuff and start looking shit up so that they have dirt on you. It's the whole dirt collecting. People love to dirt. They have these. It's their hobby, right? They have only the internet in their access, and so they have this dirt collection. And I think the trolls do that mainly, and they probably do that in their real life. They probably have a girlfriend and they collect dirt on her just in case things go awry. That way they can throw it in her face or start telling all their friends about it. It's sad. It's sad because you put your trust in somebody and then they want to hold on to all kinds of things from the past. People even do it with their friends, your girlfriends, girls who are friends. People do that with them too. They collect the dirt. They can't wait till the person fucks up, just that they have something. Yeah, I've never been bit by a dog, Coco's number 2 simp. But I definitely empathize with people who have. What's up, Guido? Unreal. What's up, Minster? What's up, Matrix? He said losers. So are you. Okay. What's up, Corrosive's new best friend forever? What's up, AJM? What's up, Treason? Navin Johnson paid those kids to kick the soccer ball at your rabbit. Navin, again with these backhand slaps. Unreal. Poor Bunny. He didn't have a chance to be free from anything out there. I let him away from my site for just a couple of steps, and this is what happens. But like Rebel said, his instincts were right on point. He got the hell out of there with an quickness. He ran straight toward me, because he's safe with me. He wandered off a little bit, and I kind of, it's like the honey badger. The honey badger, the mother will allow the baby to go and venture out to try and see if he can survive on his own. And when the baby gets covered with ants, the mama will go over and save him, because at that point, the baby is not mature enough to be able to decipher the difference between what they can and can't do, because they're fearless animals. They don't see things as a danger in their lives. Even as adults, I mean, okay, well, they actually see the danger and they're not dumb. They'll run away from something, they'll run away from a hippo, but they'll go back to it and taunt it. The trolls, the honey badgers are animal trolls. Except some of the people here on the internet, they're not like the honey badger. They're not, they're not fearless, or they still have fear. I can't help it that they fear me. It's just something that's in me that they fear. There's something about me. If I could tell you what it is, I would. All right. Maybe it's because, as Huckleberry says, maybe it's because I don't give a shit. And neither does Huckleberry. She is the human version of the honey badger, way more so than most people in this community. I don't like all the shit that people say. Even my friends, I don't like some of the shit that they say. But there's some reason why I stick with them. And maybe it's because the good outweighed the bad. Maybe it's because I see their heart and they got pushed to do something they didn't really want to do. Like the time that I said, I will lie to you, and you. I got pushed to that point. Nobody ever shows the context. They never show that what's before. Context is what was said before and after that specific clip. Nobody ever shows that. But I did name specific names. So basically, if I say I would lie to you, why are you even going to talk to me? Why are you even going to tell me anything if I'm going to lie to you straight to your face? And that's and I started naming people I would do that to, and they're basically my enemies. So it's like, don't ask me questions. Don't speak to me. Don't put my name in your titles, dummy. Although I have, a certain person in a lot of my titles, and I do. Okay. I do. All right. Okay. What's different is that between me and them is that, with Tonic, he was convinced that there's another community you control. And that's this community. You can go over there and troll it because you literally got trolled out of your community. So there's another one where you can troll. And I remember he used to find people online and they were like, hey, you can go troll them. So that's his main thing to do. So for him to even come on here and think that he's being honest about anything, he's not. He's a troll. Trolls are not honest. Trolls only look for trouble. Hence troll. He even admits he is. So when he got the inclination that he could come over here and do some trolling, he did. And he targeted some people, and he targeted, obviously he targeted me, he targeted Rebel, he targeted Emo. And with those targets, okay, so now he can get other people to join in with him, to torment them for pleasure, for their own fun, for their own enjoyment, entertainment. That's what a troll does, is that they pick a target, somebody who is trying to build their own. I was trying to build up my own channel, doing my own thing, and he picked me as a target so that he can torment me, basically. And just for anything, like I would say that I had COVID, and he would get on and say, she's lying. And he would try to convince people that nobody believed it, but he would try to convince people that she's lying about having COVID. Anything that I said, he would say she's lying. And it was ridiculous. Like, it was getting annoying. He was trying to really get to me. Tonic, I'm still here, buddy. I'm still here. So you lost, because obviously if you win, the person runs away. I didn't run away. I actually probably never ran away for more than 2 days, which is bad. I should probably take a break. But I want to claim victory, over all that. And he's still putting out things that are lies. So anything that he says is literally, you cannot believe. Literally. It's so true. And when he stops doing it, I'll stop saying his name. When he stops putting shit out that are lies, I'll stop saying his name. Or I could just ignore him and not say his name. I mean, maybe that would be the better route to take. Or I can just give you the behaviors that he's done and not say his name. I could do that too. Maybe people would rather me do that. That way I'm not saying his name and putting his name out there. But it's not even his name. It's not even his name. It's his screen name. That's not his legal name. Tonic's not what he was born with. Got a little baby Tonic here. No, that's not his fucking real name. Say his name all you want. Who gives a fuck? But he attacks me as a person, Shelly. He's gone after me for whatever reason, for his own enjoyment. I don't know, but it's been nonstop. I mean, he used to have videos every night about just let's make fun of Shelly. Let's make fun of Shelly. Let's make fun of Shelly. And, people said, oh, Shelly, don't watch it. And so I wouldn't watch it. But then people would say, oh, Shelly, they said this. And it's like, fuck, man. I can't stay away from this guy. He's everywhere. He's obsessed. He is obsessed. I never would have even known him. And I wish I hadn't known him if he hadn't gone up on my panel that day with his stupid fucking mask to try and troll me, which he did very poorly. And he lost very sorely at that point. Hey, mods, you can just block people if they're like doxing or doing anything, like bullying and stuff and harassing. But at some point, I could have called the cops on him because he was harassing me nonstop every day. And why did I never call the cops? Because people were saying, ignore him, don't do anything, don't say anything. But he's just relentless, and he just kept going and going and going and going. So I never would have even known him if our buddy Andrew hadn't sent him to go troll me on my channel. And from that point on, he became obsessed with me. Obsessed. This is the true story. This is the true story. He's really a piece of shit. Like, really, if you think about it. He really doesn't care about his friends. He really doesn't care about telling the truth, doesn't care about his mom. He really has not left me alone. I mean, he just put up a video yesterday saying, it says, Shelly doxed Steph's mom. Really? What is her mom's name? Oh, I don't know what her mom's name is. So how could I dox her mom's name while I'm hosting a panel? And I looked through the entire chat, and there are no names of her mom or what her mom's name may be. And if there were, the mods had already gotten it. So it was a farce. That whole fucking stream that you have is a farce with my name in it. And you're just doing it to slander me, to attack my character. It's the only reason you're doing it. So why do you continuously do things like that? Why don't you just leave people alone? Why do you want to continuously torment them? Is that okay with you? Like, am I being okay? So is that just what the internet is? Is that just what it's all about? Just to do that? So is he cool? Is he cool? Did he get the high fives from his Discord server members? Did he get all the high? Did you guys give him a high five for that? We got her. We got to lie about her again. Please change the sock name. Which one is it? Oh, yeah, change that sock name, you dumb fuck. Idiot. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Philly Pretzel. That's the one I thought maybe was her mom's name. So Philly Pretzel, are you Steph's mom by any chance? Because I did see your name in my chat that one day that she was saying that I doxed her mom of all people, because I'm so much of a friend to her, right? No, but I bet Tonic knows her mom's name. So maybe Tonic is projecting and saying that I doxed. Maybe he doxed. You ever think about that? Get your story straight, son. You former gigolo. It's time to gigolo. Gigolo. Let's do the gigolo with Tonic. The Tonic Gigolo. He got knocked out of his fucking gigolo club. They said go over to the other place where you can do some trolling and you can get Shelly and Tonic. And I mean fucking Emo and Rebel, and those are the ones that you control. You control. You control. Troll. That is Tonic, always controlling. That is Tonic, always controlling. That's what he likes to do. Tonic likes to troll. He likes to control. Troll. Tonic, the troll. He's a weak troll too. He sucks. Because he's just like all slow. There's always like, is it true that this, that you were in this chat and you said that you didn't like all races? So is that true that you're a racist? Would that make you a racist? That's the kind of shit that he does. He's all like saying these like slow questions to try to pinpoint something so that he can clip it and make it. It's stupid, dude. His game is weak, and he's so slow these days. He has like this slow mind lately where he has to say all his words really slow, and he says he's become a mush brain where he's all in his fucking like games and shit, and he's not even reading. He needs to read more. He needs to exercise his mind. He's exercised his body. Exercise his soul. Do some fucking praying, dude. He's preying on people. He's still preying on me. Go pray to a higher power, dude. I ain't it. I'm not your God. Stop putting me as your God. Because I'll never be your God, Tonic. You have to find your own God. I am not that. All right? So stop putting me on this pedestal. You need to go find another one. And it's not me. Okay? I have real faults. The things that you point out are lies, but on my own, I have my own real faults. Right? But your narratives they're kind of outlandish. Nobody really even believes that at all. And Tonic does get around. That's for sure. He might need to get tested or something. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's definitely trying to be this player, and he's not see that. Like I said, you got to look at how people treat their moms. So he doesn't treat his mom well. He lied and said that she's dead when she's not. Because we've all proven it, because they have showed a clip of her speaking on another platform. So let me just put it this way, guys. She's alive and well. She's alive and well, and he knows it. And see, the way he treats his mom is the way he'll treat his girlfriends. And as we've seen, he has been accused of some heinous crimes that he's done to two of his girlfriends. It's terrible. Look at how they treat their moms. You know what I mean? People. Trolls, you will never win. You're never gonna win. Okay. Let me put this up so everybody can see it. And watch the chat, guys, because I'm not looking for it. If you see names and stuff. If you see Philly Pretzel, that might, I don't know. They're not admitting that it's Steph's mom, but I don't know. Let's just be careful with that one. All right. That's all I got to say about that.
Don't give a shit. Where's this? No, I really no.
Why do you
Paige, I really don't give a shit. I don't even pretend. I don't even pretend to give a shit. I'm gonna be.
How did you become so evil, Tonic?
Yeah, what happened to you?
I mean, what?
What happened to you?
Well, you guys came at me, so you guys are just getting back
We're just talking
what you
about
gave me in return.
how did you end up, right?
How did I end up like what?
Like
Are you
a
fucking retarded?
really
No, she's not.
despicable human being.
Yeah, I'm totally
Bad.
despicable.
Tonic doesn't care.
I don't.
I'm the bad guy. Duh.
He doesn't
I don't.
care about anything.
My name's been out there for fucking like 2 weeks into the internet. My name is out there.
Doesn't care about anything.
Hey, thanks for having me, Pancho. Thanks for having me, dude.
Get out of here, you dumb bitch.
Hey, thanks for having me, Pancho. Thanks for having me, dude.
Get out of here, you dumb bitch.
Pancho, you're allowing this on your panel.
Shall we? Hold on.
You're allowing this abuse. There's a lot of hate here, and I don't want to be a part of this.
So I asked politely to take down the video of when he doxed me, and that was the light dox. That was just the name dox. That wasn't the 4-page been verified dox with me and all my family. It wasn't that one. It was the light dox, which at the time was really big to me. But you see how things escalated, and we go, oh well, it's small now, but then but back then it was a big deal. And I asked him very kindly, and this is how much he cares about people, right? And I said, hey, could you please take it down? No, I'm not taking it down. Get out of here, you dumb bitch. That's how he talks to women. First of all, I'm not dumb. And second of all, I'm not dumb. Okay. So I'm gonna take the loser to the bar so I can watch him pull bitches left and right. Oh my gosh, I made myself laugh. Hey, I mean, Sancho's the wingman of the community, guys. So maybe if he has somebody else who's nice and handsome, he might have a chance if he doesn't fucking talk. But Sancho wouldn't, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't do that. He would not co-sign for him whatsoever. Plus, Tonic doesn't go out. Let him ever do a live stream of him going somewhere. Even to Wawa. Like, he doesn't, like, where does he even go? He probably just orders everything in. Let him do that. I would like to see that. I gotta get one of those masks that he had when he trolled me that first time. It was so weak too. And I was just brand new, and I was able to combat his little ass. I'm kind of glad I didn't give in to him, to be honest with you. Oh, here's the picture. Oh shit, it won't show the thumbnail like that. Damn, fuck. Let's see the thumbnail. Let me show this real quick. Cause you're a tough guy, a really rough guy. I'm a bad guy. Bad type. Damn, where'd it go? Oh, there he is. See? There's his mask. Right here. Watch, it'll go back on in a second. Right there. What an idiot. My thoughts on time. That's too long. That's a lot of thoughts. He loves this. He loves when I talk about him. He's never sorry about anything. Ever. Oh, this one's kind of good. Here's my original rap.
Yo, sometimes it's hard up in these motherfucking YouTube streets. But that don't mean that we can't keep our heads up. Stiffen up, bro. Quit being a snowflake, yo. This is Anarchic Chick, and I'm ready to spit some dope rhymes your way that you'll never forget. I do YouTube streets, and I've got some things to say that relate to the people here that want to look hard. Games they play, it's all hit and and all. They say that shit, and I've heard it before, but it's too late to evaluate what the fuck these jugs think every day. And I'm a diamond, and you're in the rough. And ain't a bitch that you want to look tough. But this is the real me. Where's the real you? I can't see. But I'ma keep looking down on you too. Cause this is you too. Then you wanna say that your dead folks is dead, but they really ain't dead. They're not really dead. She's alive, and it's a miracle. She didn't sit around and she can call you yo, but she doesn't. She don't call you no, cause you said she's dead and that hurts her feelings. So, why you wanna go there? Acting like you don't care. But that's your mom. Why you gonna say your mom is dead? She ain't dead. She ain't dead. But why you gonna say that she is dead? That can't be the right thing to do. It can't be the thing that you went through. But you know she's alive, so give your mama a call. Cause she's waiting for you. Can't you understand that she survived? That she's alive, she's alive, she's alive. Like little fox, the toxic little fox, he just likes to dox. He wants to sit around and say he ain't from the gigolo community, but he's a gigolo, furry little fuckface fox. And you know that I'ma sit here and I won't dox because I don't do that, bitch. I'm better than you. And you know what? I'm gonna roll with another group. It's an internet war and I'm claiming it and I'm saying it, yo. And I got my crew back me up too, and you think you got the crew that you do, but they don't. They don't understand that you can't be what you ain't a man. You a little boy child. Go talk to Kate. She'll make a video about you too. I'm the thug with the motherfucking G card. You think you wanna roll? Oh, I got my friends up in here and my posse too. If they ain't dead, they in jail, but they waiting for me to give them a call. Cause in the time that I need them, I got one phone call.
Rapping is for me, Minster. I just proved it. Blue Eyes, you need to say hi to me first. But that's nice you said hi to her. That was really sweet. Did Anarchic Chick actually dox Dutchie, or is this another lie? Miss Cat, Anarchic Chick actually never doxed anyone. Never looked up anybody's information. I don't know people's names. I don't know their mom's names. I don't give a fuck. I do my own thing. I, work on my own channel. Obviously, I have a little bit of something for everyone on my channel. and I don't have time to, you know, look up people and put it out there. I mean, what good does that do other than put them in danger for people to go and fuck with them? So why would I do some shit like that? I mean, I've literally like basically lost one of my best friends because of doxing when they called her work and tried to get her fired. So I've had some real life shit happen because of all that. I don't know you. I don't want you to come up. What the fuck? I don't want you to come up. You said some really fucked up shit. And all you're going to do is come up and say some more fucked up shit. Don't need it. I'm trying to have a nice show here. And you want to come in my backstage like you know somebody. Trump said, great job, Shelley. If people like it or not, you have the nerve to do it and got your message across. The haters that do nothing. Thanks. Easy targets. Your confidence is poquito. Still waiting on AC to start speaking Spanish. Still waiting, buddy. Just checking. That's the live stream he's doing now. Oh my gosh. Is he really? I believe he said you put it in chat and then I don't even know her real name. How can I put her real name in my chat? It's such a lie. Everything he says is a lie. Because he doesn't have anything real on me. I was a rape victim. He has that on me? I mean, why? Really, what do you have on me? Like, that's what you have on me? That I was a victim? That something happened to me? That's what you have on me? That's what you make fun of? That's the worst troll ever. The worst. Oh, you did, Blue Eyes? All right. I'm sorry. I didn't see that. That's not Spanish, Huckleberry. It's something else. So is anybody over there saying, that no, she didn't dox? Why don't you? Yeah, I'm a survivor. I'd rather say that, not a victim. I'm no longer a victim. Miss Cat knows about the games. She doesn't know what's built on a kernel or truth or what's out there, what are lies or what. So thank you very much for asking me that, because without knowing me or watching my show, and if you have just watched his show, it's easier to believe what he's saying without watching mine and seeing my character and how I don't find people on the internet to go troll them. And that's what he does. He tries to pick out targets so that he can make their lives miserable. That is his whole game here on the internet. He's not here to make friends. He's here to find out what's his next move. What's his next move? How can he get the high fives? How can he get the donos? He's created a group of people who are now starting to believe what he's saying to dislike me. And that's just not it. It's just not the case, dude. Will you be doing a tonic hurricane rap? Oh, well, now that you ask. That's the worst troll ever, is the hurricane roof situation. Oh my gosh. It's the best. It's the best. But Huck, I gotta admit though, I mean, you actually went out there and were like trying to prove that it was wrong when you already knew, but just by the story in and of itself, that it was wrong. And he's doing this, like anything that he's putting out there, it's not true. It's a lie. It's funny to him though. So funny. It's like hilarious. So much. Where is it? Here it is. Presenting to you this. Hurricane Ian, save me video. Hey, can you guys still hear it if I don't have it on the screen? No? Okay, thanks. This hurricane story is out of a story. It never happened. It's a hell of a story. I kind of wish, if there were a newscaster who were going to interview him, I kind of wish he had done it. Somebody said that there was a news station that was going to ask him questions, but I would love to have seen their reaction. I'm sure it would have been, something to go down in history, because his story is amazing. It is the best fictional Hurricane Ian story I have ever heard. And it kind of takes away from the seriousness of the destruction of Ian and what it caused people in the city. It kind of takes away from the sadness of it, and it makes it funny. I mean, he kind of puts a light story on it to kind of, I don't know, make something funny out of a very sad situation. So I think maybe that's why he was doing it. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that at the shelter, he had a lot of time to come up with this tall tale. Oh, Nirek had a hurricane with her name. She doesn't think that it was her name after all. Okay, if you want to do that. All right, well, let's look up some things then. Okay, let's look up some Garbage Pail Kids. Some names. And let's see what we can come up with. This time won't you save me? All right. Let's see. Give me a name. How about Huck? Nope. All right, let's look up Shelly. Crushed Shelly. Mary Shelley. It's so small. Why don't they make it bigger? With an eel around her and a smile on her face. See, even when bad things happen, I still have a smile on my face. There's Taco Josh. Oh, another Shelly. March. 99 cents. Oh, those are that's the new series, 2021. Why is it not showing up? There he is. Taco Josh. Right there, guys. Let's see. Give me another name. Give me another name. Cindy. Cindy. I'm going to look it up here. Cyndi Lauper. Cyndi Lauper. Okay. Cindy DeMaio. Cindy DeMaio. Cindy Smella. There was Cindy Smella in the house. No Cindy Smella? Okay. No? Who else we have here? Who is in the chat? Let's see. Any real names in here? I don't know, because people don't use their real name, like Shelly. If I could do it all over again, guys. You know what I mean? Of course, if I go to meet people from online, it's kind of cool that they know my real name. You know what I mean? Yeah. Who else? Trump? Let's see a Trump. They don't make it easy. Donald Trump, you're fired. Before presidency, clearly. Donald Dump. Donald Dump. What about this one? Trick or Trump? No Trick or Trump? Okay. Who else? Who else? Give me a name. Corrosive? That's not a name. It has to be a real name. Cat? Let's look up Cat. What's this one? Fat Cat. Good grief. Oh, here we go. Cat fight. Cut cat. Here's Hungry Jack. Jane. Hungry Jane. Can't say it. Hungry Jane. Where'd she go? Hungry Jane. There it is. Why is everything so small? Fuck. Rebel. Rebel. Where's Rebel? No Rebel? No Rebel. About Adam. Adam Bomb. Adam Bomb. Horsey Henry. Take out Tyler. There's Tyler Durden, guys. Take out Tyler right there. See? You're taking out the intestines, eating them, eating their own intestines. Chopsticks. Crossed eyes. What's this one? Braided Brittany. Braided Brittany. Oh, it's arm hairs. She braided her arm hairs. That's kind of cute. That's cute. I like that one. Yeah, that's a cute one. It's a good one. Bearded Brandon. Bearded Brandon. For $25, guys, you could have Bearded Brandon. No, people dying in the hurricane is not funny. Nobody in their right minds. Nobody would think that's funny, idiot. Nobody would think that's funny. Nobody. Nobody. Right? Hurricane Huck. Good grief. All right, well, let's look at the hurricane names and you guys want to get technical about it. If we really want to dox, I mean, why not do garbage pail kids names and hurricane names? Let's go all out. Let's get this doxing done. Let's make a real name for ourselves as doxers. That's what they want everybody to be, so let's show it. Here we go. Doxing the names. Fuck did it go? Son of a biatch. Can't like the way they do this to me. What is they doing? I want a complete compilation. Stop playing with me, people. Atlantic. They're all the same. They're all going to be the same. Cyclones. No, I don't want any threat protection, dummy. Let's see. Stop sending me stuff. Why does it keep coming up? All right. Well, okay. They have future names. All right. Let's look at the future names. All right. We got let's go to 2023. Ariane, Brett. Oh, they're naming Brett. They're naming a hurricane after Brett with one T. Cindy, you are featured in a hurricane name. Dawn, Emily, Franklin, Gert, Harold, Dahlia, Jose, Katia, Lee, Margot, Nigel, destructive Nigel, Ophelia, Felipe, Rena, Sean, Tammy, Vince, and Whitney. 2024, Alberto, Beryl, Chris, Debbie, Ernesto, Francine. Isn't that Auditing Americas? Anyway, Gordon, Helen, Isaac. Now we've had Isaac, so I'm pretty sure they are repeating. Joyce, Kirk, Leslie, Milton, Nadine, Oscar, Patty, Raphael, Sarah, Tony, got it. You got a hurricane name coming up. Valerie and Wilma. Karen, all right, 2025 coming up. You are featured. Teddy, we got Yoda's dog's name in 2026 coming up. Arthur, Bertha, fuck, I messed it up. I clicked. Cristobal, Dolly, Edward, Faye, Gonzalo, Hannah, Isaias. You know, people are going to be naming their kids this too. Watch. Josephine, Kyle, Leah, Marco, Nana, Omar, Paulette, Renee, Sally, Teddy, Vicky, and Wilfred. All right, there's your docs, guys. There's your docs. Put it in your title. Shelly docs all the names. All the possible names in the community. First names. I'm in trouble. Shelly, are you wearing blackface? I can't see you. Okay, well, that's another title that we can make up, Booty Wart. Thank you very much for planting that seed. So, wow. In addition to Hurricane Kathleen, here was also Hurricane Kate and Katarina. Oh, it's supposed to be Katrina. You got Katarina. 4 people died during Kate. 4 people died. Blind Advocate. Are you? Only one person calls me that. And it's my best friend. I don't think you're my best friend, though. Bookie Worm. What's up, Yoda? Is Yoda here? He's good at planting the seed. He just didn't stick around and watch it grow. And because as soon as there's chaos, he's gone. He's like, I'll play my guitar and I'll sing a song, and lift everyone up, but I'm not sticking around for this drama. Fuck that. I'm reading the chat, guys. Mirak apparently posted a link to a Twitter account, Karen Chi status. Interesting. Miss Cat doesn't know what I'm doing or talking about. And that's why I retitle my shows, because sometimes they turn in a different direction from the direction I wanted them to be. But a lot of times I'll start off with with presenting the title content, and then I will veer off into other directions. So a lot of times I do rename my title. Machinist, what's up? Oh, okay. I gotcha. Mm-hmm. Dramamine. Oh my gosh. I always have to take that on a plane. It helps too. Dramamine. It helps me so much. It's always that takeoff and landing. Those are the hardest. Taking off. Smooth sailing. All right. Anchor Chick, after I said that, it turned out you were naming Garbage Pail Kids. Yeah, because those were my doxes, Miss Cat. Don't you know? Don't you know, mate? Actually, I just mixed two things. There was an Englishman who once said, you know, Shelley, it's so hard to be your friend. And then I looked at him and I said, I don't feel the same. 48 people here. You can hit the like. Teddy. Oh, Teddy showed up. Future Hurricane. Have you went number 2 today, Shelley? That's none of your business. Okay. Is that how we're saying hi to people now? I mean, really. I'd love to see you at a party someday when you're just mingling with friends. It's like, have you happened to fart today? Do you recall doing that? Yes, I'll have a glass of wine, please. And you know, wondered if you could just answer my question before we can move on to the hi, how are you? Dramamine helps deal with all the drama. It does, and it helps deal with the trolls. Mm-hmm. Hurricanes aren't that fun. You know, definitely wouldn't take my bunny out in a hurricane because he needs to be safe. He needs to feel as if he has, you know, a chance to live in this life that he has been given. I would have loved to have met his parents. Wouldn't that have been cool just to see what they look like? Yeah, wow, unreal. Bookie Worm, she's reading. My books are overdue at the library. Oops, I gotta finish them. There was a deadline to finish my books. I don't remember what I have. Let me see. Oh, I always read nonfiction. I have Smart Brevity and The Secret Life of Secrets by Michael Sleepian. Mm-hmm. The Secret Life. The Secrets of the Mind. And Smart Brevity. I'm on page 74 out of 218. But it's pretty much an easy read. Because some are like graphs and stuff, and some are like the cover, like you can skip 2 pages because it goes to the next chapter, and it's all like tells you how long it takes to read it. It's like 844 words, 3 minutes. It's telling you how long it takes to read their chapter and how long it's supposed to take you. $710 words, 2.5 minutes. You read it in 2.5 minutes. I remember in college where we had to do 5,000. Yeah, I think it was 5,000 word essays. Yeah. I was a great writer. I wrote excellent papers. I even wrote a paper for somebody once, and they liked it a lot. Mike Taylor News. I think the cabal took my channel so I wouldn't be able to laugh at everybody that I was right about everything in politics and medical. Is that really you? Come on. You wouldn't say that, would you? I'm not saying that it's all, you know, anything. I was on Rebels today. We were talking about some guy who thinks it's okay to put his hands on his mom and push her out of his room. You don't do that because she's not going to hit you back. You know, she just feels like helpless, like that you did that. You didn't even say anything. You didn't say sorry. She's just crying and stuff. Oh, that's your new one. So what happened? So you can't talk politics? Is that what this is? Or you just can't talk against the Democrats? That's probably what this is about, right? You can't talk against the leftists in any way, right? Oh, I got you. Well, I don't know how Odin's is still staying up, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Odin's man. Odin's mid. Oh, let's look at this. This is about trolls, dudes. Mofos. You know what I'm saying? This is what we need to see. How'd y'all know? Billy's story with his mom has been twisted beyond the truth. It's horrible how he gets bullied on here. Miss Cat, we saw it though. I mean, he did. I'm only repeating what I saw and what he said. You don't need context for that though. No, he's not a nutcase, Trumpy. All right? So you can forget that one. Mm-hmm. What I'm talking about. All right, let's see what they're saying here.
A student in is transphobic, sexist, purposefully misgenders me.
Several years ago, I came out as pansexual and a trans man.
Now, real question. If the person said I was ABC Fruit Loop and I came out as straight, would they get the clapping? I think not.
It gets better. My mom convinced me not to share my transition with my child. I didn't. I kept it quiet because they were
Sounds like the mother was saying at some point.
young. A few years ago, he came out as a trans boy.
Okay, not long ago, this person would be investigated by Child Protective Services for this. They went trans chick. The kid comes out, the girl now is a trans boy. This wouldn't be celebrated. It would be investigated.
All right, these aren't necessarily my views. Some might be, some might not be. You're definitely free to express how you feel anyway, in any, possible, way that you would like to in my chat. That's fine. I'm not claiming left or right. I do lean more toward the right, but I am basically against government. I don't want any government. I don't want to vote. I'm not going to do that. I stopped voting. What can I do about it to change it to complete anarchy? I can't. So it's within myself, I can't. I mean, it would take a lot. It would take a lot of people to do any kind of an underthrowing. So it's not going to happen. So, it's like, okay, well, I have to choose a side. Do I? Well, it's kind of like a little bit of both, or can I just kind of say I'm down the middle because I don't want to lose an audience, or I don't. So no, I'm not going to say that I lean more, like I say, I lean more toward the right. Let's just say that. But it doesn't mean that I necessarily agree with everything that he's saying. But I love this guy though. He's awesome.
I am here representing my son, myself, and my girlfriend, who is a beautiful trans woman who's finally living her life. She's finally got.
Can you imagine this household full of hormone blockers, cross-sex hormones, lube, ass? I mean, the whole thing. Sounds like a place I never want to visit, in like a scene from the movie Hostel.
a name change. She's finally living by herself.
A big Chungus more Rick and Morty. Meow, 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 meow.
Guy was on the last video where his career was a Discord mod. That was the actual career, and lives at home, of course, in the basement with the parents. Good work.
Hey, kitten. Ooh.
Hey, can you call your mom and ask if we can play mermaids?
Here's one of 1,000 illustrations that Dylan goes after children. His whole feed is childish. Days of girlhood, right? And it gets pushed to children, to preteens. This kind of thing, Dylan is a shroomer. This right here proves it.
I've been incredibly depressed ever since this guy told me I look like a man, and then he tried to fight me.
What does tried to fight me even mean? Either you're fighting or not. Words saying, hey, you look like a dude. It's not trying to fight you. I get it. You want to look like a woman. You've been on cross-sex hormones for 10 years. I understand. But I wanted my bulldog, English bulldog, to be a greyhound. I could put him on cross-sex hormones or other sorts of medical experiments.
By the way, Huckleberry has 2 beautiful French bulldogs, and they are just awesome. I hope that she can put them on camera more often because I love them so much. They're awesome. And most celebrities have those dogs. Just saying, in Hollywood. So yeah, I mean, so this guy, student trolls rainbow teacher to crying in her car, and I kind of wanted to see that part.
And the bulldog is never going to be a greyhound. Does that make sense?
I've been transitioning medically for 10 years now, and I feel like such a failure.
And for the international order.
Here's exact proof of why I don't trust these people. This is before this thing. You got to hear this, and you listen to it, and you go, this can't be real.
That we have worked for generations to build. Right. Ordinary men and women are too small-minded to govern their own affairs. That order and progress can only come when individuals surrender their rights to an all.
I don't want to surrender to people at all. The last 3 years have proven that. This was before that, right? I'm supposed to give up my rights to people who have my best interest at heart, who've never been to the grocery store, who haven't driven a car in 2 decades, who fly private jets, who have houses on the water, and who say I should not drive a car with gasoline. I just don't trust them.
Powerful sovereign.
You're very mature for your age is just code for you became the child nobody had to worry about.
So if I say you're very mature, that means you clean up your room, you show up on time, you do your chores. This thing, Jeffrey Marsh, goes after children. It's like Dylan. You see this here. You're very mature for your age. What's the audience there? It's not adults. It's children. He's going after them hard. And people say, well, he's so nice. I know he's creepy, but the normies, he's nice. He means well. None of this means well. None of this is to help the kid. It's to shroom the kid.
You weren't even.
When he's saying shroom, he's meaning groom, obviously. He does switch up the words a lot. My channel's so small that it doesn't really matter if I say it, especially if I'm just saying what he said. But he's talking about a person, so he has to switch up the word slightly. In my opinion, that's what he's doing. But he's talking about Dylan. You know, Dylan met Biden, and Dylan's transitioning, and he started out as my first day as a woman. And basically, you know, I don't think he said it, but some other people have said to kids, you know, don't listen to your parents, and if this is how you are, and things like that. Like, no, you need to be able to trust your parents and talk to them and listen to them as well. So they're giving out kind of like information to kids, and it gets pretty messy.
Been acting like an adult. You were acting like someone without needs. That doesn't happen. It's okay to be you. That's not real. That's not human.
No, it's good when your child is responsible. You've trained them to be that way. They turn the game console off at 8 o'clock. They turn it off. That'd be, you're very mature for your age. This thing wants to spin it. If you have not heard, he goes, well, if your family doesn't accept you, I do. I'll be your family. This guy is the creepiest thing on TikTok.
It's okay to have needs and be vulnerable.
Really excellent is,
and
should be shouted from the rooftops, is that after 12 days from the first vaccination of the AstraZeneca vaccine, you are 100% effective against hospitalization and death.
Let me see if I'm tracking here. So after taking this thing, you're totally fine. there is no issue. I know what you're thinking. Well, they were telling people that it's for their best interest, but now we know a lot of things. The sample experiment we've got the results from, right? Is it working better? People better than they were not taking it. I don't see how anyone could say, yes, I haven't taken it, but I should take it now. I should take more of them. They've lied to everybody nonstop. I just don't see how this is not a bigger thing.
I have a student in one of my classes that's homophobic, transphobic, sexist, purposefully misgenders me.
All right, so the kid's homophobic, transphobic, sexist because the kid misgenders her. I'm assuming her wants to go by him. If she makes a sweeping statement, why not racist? Throw that in there. She's maybe 1,000th Indian or something, Native American, sorry. This one is another dangerous teacher who's entitled and expects everyone to bow down to them. It's microfraction in the kid.
So he makes a good point about she's a dangerous teacher, and dangerous means like a danger to someone's reputation. And so she's saying he's sexist and transphobic, and they don't address her by her gender. And so that's what a lot of the trolls do here, is that they will put all these things together, like the racist or the transphobic, like all of these other different things that the mass would agree that that's bad to be, and they will totally twist it into something that's so heinous, more than what it really is. And those are the dangerous types of people, because they only want to slander, they only want to paint people in a negative light. And that's what this teacher, that's what she's saying right now.
Kid I love already.
Back in September, tried to get him into the class because it had just been an ongoing issue. And not only was he rude and disrespectful, he was just like not trying and wouldn't take direction, would constantly argue with me. It's been an ongoing thing.
Because you're a freak show. He sees it. He's too smart to deal with your small-minded ideas you put out there. Call me Zer, call me him. He can see through it, that you're a mental patient. He's going to troll you into rehab, into double the dosing of your psych meds. He wants to do it. And this is the way it should be done. Public shaming is very important here.
Was told that it was too late in the year, couldn't move him, he would lose the credit. Yet they transferred someone into my class this month who was only getting half the credit. So it's okay for that kid to get half the credit, but not okay to remove the kid that's harassing me.
Yeah, because I'm sure this teacher is completely a problem child, always is complaining, always saying there's some problem. The administration, who's got about, probably said the math here, the kid is probably a bigger issue than the teacher who always complains. His parents may be more of a concern for us in the media. You can't trust these people at all.
I went to the counselors today. I've been asking for a parent-teacher conference for months now.
Imagine that parent-teacher conference. You walk in, this thing shows up, whatever the hell she's wearing, and says, your child's disrespectful, all these things. Well, give me some examples. Well, your child, Johnny, won't call me him. Like, well, because you're a woman. He sees women all day, and he calls them ma'am. Sees you, and he's going to call you he. It's a hard thing to wrap your mind around. Not to mention, why was he calling you your pronouns anyway? How about just Miss Smith or Zer Smith? How about that? She would just lose it. She'd run out, say, you're trans, homophobe, whatever, go to a cry closet, then probably try to sue the school for money and stuff.
Happened, counselors won't set it up. But when I mentioned the fact that he's well, some religions, they don't have to do that, because some religions, so they don't have to.
Let's say that's true. Let's say some religions don't. You don't have to do it, right? I mean, it used to be respected.
That's great. That's for the snowflakes.
I doubt religious. Let's just go with that for a second. That could be very true. They don't care about religion. Religion now is ABC rainbow flag dripped over somebody. That's the new religion that you will follow, and you don't have freedom to disagree with.
Out of public school. Now, I don't know if this kid is religious. I don't think he is.
How do you know he's not religious? Let's say he became religious that moment. We had to deal with you. He said, well, I found a place to affirm what I already believe. I don't want to call her him, the religion. I'm going to go to that. What are you going to do? You're going to say he's not religious? I mean, this person expects everyone to change their life. I see her. I recognize her because I'm sober-minded. And then they want me to call him something else. And all of a sudden, as a student, I got to suspend reality. I have to live in a fever dream.
But the counselor sure is.
Right.
And she made it obvious without directly saying it.
The counselor's religious because she goes, hey, teacher, you may have some students that have a hard time with this because it's different, it's new. And I'm sorry, but that's part of the job, is dealing with the easy students, the hard students. She didn't like it. She wants the kid gone out of the class. There was a case way back, 2 high school students misgendered a teacher, and they got some Title IX complaint brought against them. I mean, you can check that out, but these people have to be told, no, I don't want to hear your argument. I don't care what your argument is. You're making this way too complicated. Your job is to teach kids. That's all.
But she doesn't agree.
All right. Yeah. Are there students that you don't want in the classroom anymore because they disrupt the entire classroom? Yes. But I mean, is that a logical thing to do? No. I mean, there's times where, I was like, you need to leave for today. You need to, or leave for the remaining of the class. But, as far as, I don't know about that. I mean, I guess it happens. I guess people do get transferred out or whatever. But anyway, so, she's upset because they're not calling her him, and it's almost like she's just forcing that upon the kids to do that. I don't know. I mean, if they would slip and say it and then she would get upset, it's like, I mean, like you said, it's hard to wrap their head around the change in him. You know what I mean? Good shit.
Agree with who I am or my existence. So
like existence because the law the day going through pronoun theater. Much you see.
And I hope she has the day she deserves.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say.
Right.
When I say I want plus size fashion, this is
all right. So this is Tess Holiday, the anorexic one. You got to see this fashion. It's hard to believe this is something that's sought after. That's a look you're going for.
what I'm talking about.
I had to cover it up, but the back shows muffin top, right? The straps and the fat rolling over, and the ass crack. You can almost anus if morbidly obese. Stand by.
Are you kidding me? This is a designer from Berlin. I've been following them for a while. This dress, I can see Lizzo in it, myself, Paloma. It's just, you walk in a room wearing this and then hitting the.
She thinks showing her cottage cheese 500-pound ass with fat rolls hanging over is a good look. That's a tough to wear for most people, even thin people. The fat roll is a tough thing on a woman in particular, and she celebrates this. And the news media, Good Morning America, had her on and said, "Oh, you're anorexic, Lizzo. We understand. This will be displayed on entire billboards, like you saw the Calvin Klein ads." I mean, it's no bottom unless you say no. And let me give you one remedy to resolve this. I know people hate Twitter, but the news looks to Twitter. What's going on there? Brands look to Twitter. They're scared something will get retweeted. Go to Twitter and say, no more of this. I don't care if it's ABC Rainbow People or this. We've had enough. I don't want to hear your excuses. I don't want to hear whatever names they call you. Say fine. I'll just agree with you, but no more.
With this, with the back rolls, scrumdiddlyumptious.
How is that good? The back rolls? Is that scrumdiddlyumptious? I mean, look at that fat face. This is the anorexic one, right?
And I'm supposed to be serious. We're talking about fashion, but like,
So I know that what he's saying would, I'm pretty sure, maybe people don't take themselves so seriously or whatever, but I'm sure that it would offend fat people if he, when you hear him saying these things. But I think his main view is that he doesn't like when things are imposed. Like, you should think that this is beautiful. You should like this. You shouldn't be fat phobic, but that means fearing fat. I fear getting to the point where I feel fat. I fear that, but I don't fear your fat. Whatsoever. So I don't understand the fat phobic name and what that actually means. But he takes it a little far with the cracks and jokes, but he gets views, and he knows that he's doing it for the clicks and the views. But the principle behind it is that don't judge other people who don't think the way that you think. Don't fucking impose your shit on other people who don't think the way that you think. We can all have our own opinions and things. And the whole thing is like they're trying to normalize being overweight. A lot of the leftists are trying to normalize that, making it okay, and making it, everyone should be okay with it. And they're encouraging people to not get better and not lose the weight. Y'all are going to hate me for talking like this. Hey, Fitness Frank. Don't hate me. Don't hate.
this just makes me so excited. Even my washer in the background is hyped. But the only note is that when I was going through all of like the Fashion Girlies posts that they did, I didn't really see anyone include this look. It was all like the smaller sized models. So
who wants to see back rolls, muffin tops, and somebody's fat ass with their ass crack showing? You know, the meme of the plumber bending over and his ass crack showing. But this is a real thing. People are tolerating it and saying, no, this is not okay. Public shaming is important here.
I was like, but yes, everything.
Everything is right. She eats everything. And people just sit by and go, yes, Tess, you're anorexic. On Good Morning America, I can express that enough, did a video about it. We have to stop suspending reality. We have to stop living in a delusion because a changing language, get one of these things, you won't catch a cold, stop using your gas stove because it's bad for the environment. You just got to say no. No more tolerance for this. Push back. No discussion. Not let's have the debate. Let's have the conversation. No more.
Okay. How's that related to the trolls? Are you going to change the title later? I talked about the trolls already. Okay. What do you want me to do? Talk about it the entire show? Is that what you want? Well, then come on up here and continue on that then if you have some more input. Blue Eyes, come on up on the panel then if you want to continue on with the troll conversation, as if we don't talk about it enough. I mean, it gets old. It makes me want to spit. Okay. And I don't spit unless I'm brushing my teeth. And, well, I don't spit then either. Yeah. So moving quite along. Oh, your confidence is Poquito wants to come up. Let's see if he will then, okay? Let's just test him out on this little claim he's making. You do. You do you, Shelley. You tell them, says Barney Rebel 0123. LGBTQ RST UVWXYZ. What's up, Matt? I don't know. It's just kind of what our world has become. And, you know, I really try hard to take care of myself. I don't consider myself perfect in any way possible. But just when I hear people just encouraging, like, love the way you look, it's like, well, I love you know, if you're overweight, you still love yourself, hopefully, you know, and you just know, okay, well, yeah, I do need to change. I do need to exercise and lose this weight. You know, 90% of our weight is from our food. The rest of it is from exercise. And exercise has very little to do with your actual weight. You know, you're building and you're toning, but the food is what's putting on the weight. All right, well, let's see what we got here behind the curtain. Hello.
Am I on?
Yeah. What's up?
Okay. No, I'd like to know how I got pulled into the troll conversation. I never put nothing out there.
Let's see. Where do we start? So wait, what was the question about the trolling, that it wasn't?
Yeah, you said Blue Eyes, come on up. And I'm like, oh, I didn't say anything about trolls.
Oh.
I think when we started today, I said hello to you. I said hello to Trump said and whoever else. And you're like, well, don't say it to me. And I'm like, so I was going to come up and say, hey, I did.
Hey, Blue Eyes. I didn't see it. All right. And
okay.
How do you feel about do you have any experience with either trolling or being trolled? Because you've been here a while.
Yes and yes.
All right. Well, you know, you really seem to stay in the background. And I noticed that with a lot of people is that they've been trolled and they're like, well, I'm not going to go to the foreground. I'm not going to put myself out there anymore. You haven't. I mean, look at me. I'm not even here. I'm only a voice. You don't even see a window moving at all. And that's my anonymity that I'm trying to get back. But can I? No. So now who's been trolled? You know?
To me, it doesn't matter who's trolling who. I just make comments, whether I think you're funny, whether I think you're not, or if I think that, you know, I have something to put into the conversation. If it's considered trolling, then fine. Sometimes I say stuff. You ever get a text from somebody and you take it one way and they didn't mean it that way? I kind of think that this whole stream thing is the same way. So I might say something that might be, I'm over here laughing my ass off. I'm like, oh, that was so funny.
And I don't know. There's been some things you've said, and I'm like, oh, I don't like that. And I can't remember what they are, but I always thought that you were like against me. And I think that people, well, are you friends with Cindy Renee?
I still care for Cindy Renee because she's a human. I cannot go back to her stream because it started just to really get to me, and I delete anything that negatively just starts to eat at me. I had to stop, and that's all. And believe it or not, now that it's my first time on your stream here, you are funny, you're goofy, you're bizarre. You've got some strange ways. Sometimes you go off the cliff. Sometimes I have to just get out of your stream because it's my mood. I've gone through a 2022 that, you know, so it's all personal. It ain't got nothing to do with you. I think you're goofy, just like if I go over and I know that you don't like Golden.
No, she doesn't like me. It's not that I don't like her.
Okay, well, whatever. I think Golden, we have our history, I'll say. And it's a good one. We've had our bad falls, we had our good ones. So, I'm not judging anybody.
Right.
But if I don't like you, like I don't go to Andrews. Because I don't justify, just because you dox somebody or go into their personal life or whatever was happening. You don't justify going, well, you guys knew that's just me. Well, you blow that out your ass, So I don't go where I don't feel good.
So how does somebody? So what is the goal of the trolls? Is it like, how do they win? How do they win?
I think they win with just having a platform. It's going to go. I mean, that's like, why is TV still on? I mean, you put a new show on or a new subject and people are going to come around. Somebody, I don't know whose it was, where I was, but anyways, they said, do you really think if we just had a fun stream, people would show up? He says, I bet only maybe 5 or 6. Well, sometimes you're in the mood for just having some fun. There's sometimes I'd like to go out and just call somebody motherfuckers. I've gone on here and wrote, I don't need to be on the internet tonight because I'm in a mood.
And sometimes you're only in a mood to watch certain streams. Like some people might be like, I'm not up for Shelly tonight. I mean, I want to be in a bad mood. Sometimes you just want to be in a bad, or you want to grieve, and you don't watch me when you're grieving. Sorry. It's gonna take away from the healing point that you need to be doing.
Yeah. And sometimes I finally realize that my life ain't all that bad when I start listening to some shit on here.
You put all the problems in a circle and you want to take yours back out. And you're like, forget this.
Is Blue Eyes known as a nice person? I think I am. Can I be a bit? Yeah, that's kind of where the Libra Scorpio thing comes in, but
Scorpios which one are you more of?
I'm right on the cusp. I think, to me, I'm more Scorpio, but they're very kind, but don't fuck with them.
Yeah,
That's
they
just
are.
my
They're social, like my grandfather was, and he was the life of the party, and he was very loyal to his family. He always talked about the family and helping out the family. Just very cautious and protective of them as well, And
my goal in life is to make sure my legacy is that when I'm put down in the ground, whether which or wherever, that I'm loved, that they felt my love.
It's okay. I know. It's all right.
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were getting emotional.
No. Oh, it's just how I feel. I mean, that's just
Booty War, she's not talking about that kind of cancer, buddy. Don't, you know what I mean? It's not one of those. I'm a cancer. I'm a cancer, sun cancer, moon cancer, rising cancer, Saturn, and cancer,
no, I don't have
rising.
cancer. No.
That's a run-on sentence. Pretty cool. I am a Taurus. Taurus.
You're a Taurus. I get along with Tauruses, believe it or not. So that's weird. Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe we didn't quite get along because, I like Cindy, off and on. I like her when she's not getting on her stream and has my name in it and talking shit about me. I like her even more when she's not influenced by the trolls, which she does. DFK gets influenced by the trolls as well.
There you go. Well, you've seen me on her stream. I kind of tell you, this is my thing. Listen, I'm going to tell you how I think. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. And a good friend or a good stream person will accept that. Yeah,
that's true. That's true. Somebody who is okay with criticism. Otherwise, the opposite of that is a snowflake. And a snowflake is one who, if you get one bit of criticism, they're making a video about you.
You know,
They're
I
putting
was
your
in
face
some,
on a meme and making them dance.
you know what I seen the other day, and it was in a stream.
Mm-hmm.
And this girl or female, they were talking about a certain person. And it was somebody that was not familiar, you know, like everybody's people that we talk about a lot, or you guys do. And in the stream, she wrote, hey, I'm just going to put out Booty Ward or pick a name. I don't care. Hey, do we like this person? And that fucking
Where do we stand with this person? Because
this
exactly
flipped my lid. Now here, this is where, God, I hope I don't say my real name, but I've been doxxed. I don't care by 3 people. But anyways,
really,
I went in there and I'm like, are you serious? You're going to ask somebody if you like them. You fucking dumb bitch. I mean, it just.
Rebel,
Oh.
hope you're hearing this, Rebel. This is what they do.
Yes.
That's why we know that they are lemmings and sheeply, blindly following the crowd.
I think I have a reputation of just speaking my mind, but I'm open-minded to a lot of stuff. And I know you and I have never talked, or we've just kind of got to know each other on a, you know, through other streams. And, you know, I'm not going to let you up because you said bad things. Well, I was probably being a goofball, or maybe I thought you said something that I didn't, you know, I put a little, you know, disagreement in there. But well, I think it loses translation.
Well, thanks for coming back up, though. I appreciate
No
that.
problem.
I haven't
Yeah,
had Booty Ward on my panel. I haven't had him on my panel in a year and a half.
That just kind of, I don't know why his name came to mind, but it was not Booty Ward.
It wasn't him. Okay, you're in the free and
No.
clear, Booty Ward. Okay.
Yeah, Booty Ward, it was not you, hon. I don't know.
Just an example.
You were on my mind.
Right place at the right time.
You know.
Yeah, Booty Ward. Just try to be friends and love everyone. And there's a part of that I feel is really true. He's not just kidding around. But he's never said anything to hurt anybody at all. The only thing is, like, we used to hang out with Andrew and he'd be on his panel, and Andrew would say some you know, crazy shit about me, and Booty Ward would kind of talk about it too. But that was before Booty Ward knew me or anything like that. So I don't hold that, you know, against him whatsoever. So sometimes you just kind of go on what people, you know, tell you. Like you said, like, oh, we like this person today.
Yeah, do we like them? If I could have reached through the screen.
I know, right? It's just too horrible.
It just, you know, and I don't even want to say her name. I don't even want to, you know, and then that's going to trail off into some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
But that's indicative of what happens in the real life outside of the internet with real people. And that does happen, especially when it comes to different sides or different political views, you know, and we believe in that. Do you believe in that? And then they believe in it too, instead of having their own minds. Like, spend more time alone and figure out what you value and what you believe in. But
well, we used to be just educated on the right, left, Republican, Democrat, whatever. And you took your view or your feelings or whatever. But it's just, everything just seems like it's just getting twisted.
It's all about the popularity. I mean, we're living in a society where the views and the head counts are the most important things. And it's all about, you go with whatever's popular.
I remember in elementary school, and I'm going to say around there, it might've been junior high. And I remember teachers coming in with these, I voted, or they used to get pins or something back then. And I remember hearing them say, oh, who'd you vote for? And I remember the teacher saying, that's personal.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that just stuck with me. And now it's just like, well, you know, like, I agree with a lot of what that gentleman was saying that you had on here. And it just,
I mean, why do you think they have the dividers when you're going in there to vote? Because you're not supposed to tell anybody, because it'll start an argument, and they don't, they have to have security there and everything. I've seen the security where they have the polls, and they don't want, because some people can't argue without fighting. So
Right.
that's why, and especially when it comes to politics and you're voting for the president. So they don't want people to talk about it. And sometimes I think that might be best. Unless you're in a living room with to talk to a stranger, though, you don't know what they're capable of. You don't know their threshold of their anger. YouTube trolls are pitiful. Yeah, weak games. We see through
Oh,
them.
Booty, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said your name. I should have said GD's name. He's my little twat head. I like GD.
Yeah, I love GD too. Hey, Blue Eyes, if you're not already, sub to Booty War. His videos are hilarious. And
I get them all, yeah.
You do? Okay, because they're about
I'm
the
old
community
school. I went through the 2019 war. But anyways, yeah, that's back when it was fun.
Mhm.
You were modded to go over and hammer as many people. And it was like throwing water balloons. Now people take it personally that you threw a knife. It's like, get over it, you guys. Look outside.
Yeah, exactly. I sit by a window and I do that often. I'm like, I think maybe I should get off here now. Those are my thoughts sometimes. And Rebel didn't, he hasn't been staying on as much as he used to. He's got something going on behind the scenes. He's probably making up some kind of intros or he's doing something, and he values his channel. So he's probably doing something to have to do with his channel. But he hasn't been doing his live streams lately because he realizes that people don't like the dead air. They don't want just the fireplace or anything else, going on. They want to hear from him, or maybe they want to hear from me. They don't want dead air. They don't want a sleeping stream. And that was fucking boring as shit.
You know what stream I enjoy? And don't hate, okay? Is that
Okay.
I think it's the shit show. And I don't know anybody on there, but when they start, and what I like about it is when they start playing these videos of, let's say, accidents, or not people getting hurt, but near death, or crazy bridges you have to cross, or
Yeah, they have some interesting. Geo too. He has some interesting things on his channel. He talks about the.
That's who it is.
It might have been the Illuminati. I know he talks about Scientology. So he'll talk about some things that are kind of controversial.
Yeah,
And
it kind of goes back and
that I
forth.
like.
He takes fucking intermission. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Takes intermission. Go smoke. Go get a drink. And I'm like, okay. So I kind of enjoy that because there's a variety. Might be a thought.
Yeah, I tend to hold my bladder a lot, and I'm like, maybe I should go ahead and take a break. I don't want to leave the dead air. I think about my audience, and I'm like, I know they don't want me to just have dead air, so whatever. And I usually don't play videos, but that guy, I like him a lot. Odin's man, he's funny, but he says some really edgy shit, like how Howard Stern would talk, but and stuff that we don't want to say. And people want to hear stuff you can't say in the general public. They want to hear it because they can't say it. They want to hear about all those things that they say about that you're thinking of, but you don't say it. And I get it. I would never say to somebody's face, you're fat. I would never say that to their face because that's not nice. Like, that hurts their feelings. And if I do, I'm gonna apologize and say, hey, you know what? I was mad at you. That's not cool. I'm sorry. And I would do that because I wouldn't want that to happen to me. And do unto others as you want them, to do unto you.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is you guys talk about. Well, I'm gonna try to get these names right. Let's say Brett. I don't know who that is. Rebel.
From the settlement.
I think Rebel is the guy with the long braids. And then you have. Anyways, you guys say all these names, and I'm thinking, is it their nickname? Is it one person? Is it 5 people? That's how much I pay attention.
Oh, there's some key players who do panels, and that's Shiva, Sometimes he hasn't really been doing a whole lot.
I know Shiva. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Shiva.
But
Who
I
else?
would rather just stick around the fun ones, you know. I mean, I've got a lot going on in life, and I no longer get to enjoy the Florida weather right now, so that's all right. So
Florida. You're not in Florida anymore.
no,
Sorry.
not right now.
Oh.
I'm telling you, you guys think this get hit by a natural, get beat eye of the storm, and you will think twice.
It's a little
You
cold
know.
today. It's in this.
I've calmed down because of it. I'll tell you that right now. It took my ass and said, you better realize, better recognize. I'm telling you.
Don't get it twisted.
Yep. So all this stuff on here is, you know, so, you know, don't hate me. Sometimes I come in funny. Sometimes I come in pissed off. It all depends on my mood.
Yeah, Booty Ward, I agree. And so is Corrosive. They're busy with Golden. You know, they're plotting. So we have Kanile Glenn is here saying hi to everyone. Godhead.
See, Kanile. See, maybe I don't want to know who these people are.
See,
they just seem
okay. This is it. This is Kanile. He goes by Freeside and he has all these other names, Freeside. And I might even have him blocked or something. Who knows? But I doubt it. So
yeah,
that's Kanile right there.
Am I the only one where all these different names just hurt your head?
Yeah.
I mean, my brain.
And then if they start switching up their avatars, it's like, oh, why'd you do that? You know. But the thing is like the owner, the channel owner should check. If they don't think it's the actual person, check to see if it's the actual, because there's a lot of clones that come through. Somebody clones Sweet Sugar and they talk all kind of shit and Rebels, knowing that they're not getting along, so they clone Sweet. And they used her name to go in there and just say really bad shit. So
people, used mine and like, that wasn't very nice, you know, Blue Eyes. And I'm like, listen, come to me. I will tell you if I said it.
Yeah, I don't want to fight.
I love being blunt.
Fight. They liked your fight because they're vicious in this community. They liked your fight. You know, I've heard people say, I don't want to have a go with Blue Eyes. What did you think of that? They don't want to be in Cindy's position.
Because Cindy what?
They don't want to be in Cindy's position when you're
everything that was said on there came straight from my gut and my heart. Was I dealing with the hurricane bullshit? And I said, yes, I am. And you're the one who gets to get slammed up against the wall. Now I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel. And yes, some of it was, and I've got a warped sense of humor, the whole drive-by gynecologist bullshit. You know, don't know where that came from. It came out of my mouth. And that's just who I am.
Cindy stayed really calm. I remember that. I don't remember the exact words. I just remember that there were two different kind of things going on where you were spitting out the insults and whatever was going on, and she was just calm. She was kind of listening. You know, it was unlike her to do that.
Let me put it this way. Cindy and I go back a while before any of you people even showed up.
Okay.
And we started out, she was on the right foot and I was on the left foot.
Yeah.
I didn't like her. She didn't like me. I didn't like her. I seen her manipulation from the beginning, and I have a good sense about this bullshit. And I called her out, and that's where she got Mrs. Kravitz. I called her out on it, and she literally got off the panel. Her first rage quit. I loved it.
Oh my God.
But it was the truth. And she continued to have that same personality all the way through all these years. So was I right or wrong? I was right. You know? So I say you stay your funny self. You stay listen, whatever you got going on with Golden or whatever, listen, I like Golden. And I will tell her to her face, me and Golden go back to the day.
Tell me, what do you like about Golden?
I think I really like that she's very articulate. I think she's funny. We've been drunk together. I tried, she sang and I tried. I'll just put it that way. I think I made the dogs howl, but we just had fun streams back then.
Mm-hmm.
And then I seen, Drama got up and she just tells her feeling. I don't know. We just hit it off. I mean, why are you and I hitting it off now? I mean, how do you explain it? Because you give somebody a chance.
Mm-hmm.
She's my girl, and I will always say that. If she does something wrong, I'm going to go and like, that's fucked up.
How did you feel about her karaoke streams?
I went to them. I mean, I think I only seen one or two. I might have had, because I take care of the elderly, so my hours are probably flipping, or I was doing third shift. I don't know. So I was probably sleeping. I don't know, but I only caught a couple of them. So, can she sing? You're fucking better than me.
Yeah.
So I don't judge. Do you have a good voice? Better than me.
So
Happy hippie.
She's had the sing streams, and I have been on them in the past. I don't know if you know that or not. And she might still have them up. I'm not sure, but whatever. So, I mean, maybe she could bring that back and start being happy again and smile or something. Because
I think listen, I've seen
keeps
Golden.
Being mad, her face is going to stick like that and have to have plastic surgery. So I would just suggest that she do something that's fun and stop being so crabby all the time and bitchy.
Listen, and you don't know what's going on. You don't know how her shoes are fitting and how she's walking. Let me tell you something. What Golden went through and what I went through, because I was there and I was kind of put into this situation, and it was not a good one. And she was the first one I went to, are you okay? And she said, yeah. So I went back to the other one, are you okay? Which was in a worse situation. Then it went and it was a bad thing on here. It was bad. But I still
feel like that anytime you say like her screen name, it's not even her real name, and she has all these scents come running forward instead of her. And then, I don't know if you saw her like just cuss me out when I said nothing to her on Carosa's panel. Like that was the last straw for me. Like, you don't just do that. That means that you're taking whatever frustration you have out on something, or either she just genuinely hates me, just hates, and she had to do that. So for that, like, I don't respect her for that. And if I don't respect somebody, I'm clearly not going to like them. I might tolerate her if I had to stand in line in the grocery store, but I'm not going to necessarily like her ever.
And that's okay. I mean, that's just like me and Bones go back to 2019. Nobody knows this shit. It just
you and
Slurpee can't be trusted.
Oh, he dated you too? Damn.
No, I don't. No, I don't date anybody.
Bones is a player.
No, not at all. Don't even go down that road. I've got my own little sweethearts on here. They know who they are.
Is this about GoldenEye's catfishing Tank Boy? Oh, and then he has the rolly eyes. That's her emoji, and that's indicative on who she is. Like, your emojis just yourself, and if you're going around rolling your eyes all the time, it means you think you're better than everybody else. And I don't mean to pick her apart. I'm just saying, like, these are the things that I see. Maybe she is your drinking buddy. Maybe she's a good drinking buddy.
Well, I don't drink a lot, so when it did happen, it's very memorable. I'll just put it that way.
All right.
I'm not a big drinker. I mean, I can say I haven't had drink in like 4 years. I mean, I have, but I can say that in my past.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I hear you. It's good to have.
Once in a blue moon, and I kick it on. So, I like her. I like I said, I came up here to say, I mean, for one reason, you called me up. I will come up.
Yeah, and despite what GD says, you will come up, and he's totally all about it. You know what he says? If you're called up,
What?
you don't go. You don't go up because
Well,
they have an agenda for you. No, but for you, I just
and
said,
maybe
hey, then come
that's
on up. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You know, 'cause I pushed you away the first time. I was like, no, you know what? I'm not going to be afraid. I'm going to be this honey badger. I'm going to let her up, and whatever she has to say, I can deal with it. You know.
Yeah, you've gone up against some hoo-has on here. I mean, Blue Eyes ain't shit. I mean, I'll speak my mind, but I'm not going to sit here and I was going to say, say nasty
Porn
thing, but I
bomb.
guess
Porn
that's
bomb
not
and
true.
docs. Those are the two things they love to do on here, or shout out, explicits. People don't agree with.
Yeah. And they're like, what community are you from? I'm not from a community.
Yeah,
I
don't play
started in
this
the
one.
Whoop Whoop gang. And that's back when we were dealing with Joey Wolf, and we're still dealing with Joey Wolf, and it's funny. And we have our fights over there.
Yeah,
We
Joey
have
Wolf.
our little, people hooked on people. I mean, there's a person over there, and I love her to death. Her name, but, and I said something that I didn't agree with what she said. And she started up a channel or a stream and said, oh, I lost Blue Eyes. She's not talking to me because I like, what? To bring up on the panel I go. I'm like, what are you talking about? Just because I disagree, I said, girl, I got your back. That's what a friend is for. She went, oh, okay. I'm not YouTube friendly, people.
And that's the thing is Cindy's kind of like the same. Like she likes Golden, she likes me as well. Corrosive used to like both of us, but he totally switched and didn't. Yeah, but I'm not going to talk about him.
One?
Corrosive, but I'm not going to go down that road because it's been talked to death about that friendship breakup. So,
and let me say something. I know Corrosive or whatever. I think I like his channels, and the reason I like it is because I like the way he speaks.
Well, yeah, he's
it's not even really about the title or what he's speaking on. I just like the way I like listening to him.
Well, of course, because he's speaking to the general public. But when he's in Discord, totally different. Corrosive. It's not.
See, I refuse to go to Discord.
Don't do it because then you'll see what the real people are like. You want to see, just stick to the. And I think that's what I do is I carry over from what I really know about them to the public platform, and I think that's what's going on with a lot of us. I mean, even a lot of people do show their colors here on their panel too, but with Corrosive, he sticks to the script. He's pretty professional acting, on his panel, and he's well read, So yeah, he's
I like it. I like listening to him. Yeah, maybe try not going into Discord for 2 weeks or a month and see how it feels or how you react. Maybe you need a little. I don't want to say ugliness into your life to get you zapped up on a stream, but I can see how it would work. Ugly needs ugly, and I don't mean that in.
Try that, I could try that.
I mean, it ain't gonna hurt to try.
On the internet, but I would still be here, but see, it's real in Discord. It's superficial here. That's the way I see it. Most definitely. But we're being real right now, so it's not completely like that. But I mean, they get personal, like real personal, and they throw low blows in Discord with people. There's fights in there.
What do you mean? What do you mean they throw low blows?
They put out all kind of pics and details about people's lives, and they spin shit.
Well,
it's bad. Yeah, it gets bad. So it's not the best place to be. But if you go to like Ruru's, hers is really chill. Everybody's really happy in there. Mine, it's not as active. It's we talk in there, but I don't let all kinds of that like nastiness be in there. So
now, see, Ruru, I don't know if I like her or not, and it doesn't really matter. But me and her started off on the wrong foot. She came over to one of my streams, or not my streams, but where I hang out, and there is just a thing, and they're like, go ahead, Blue Eyes, ask the question. I'm like, hey, do you got a dick? Because we try to there's been people on there that, you know, try to put off as a girl or a boy, and so that's like a Walmart greeter. You have to come through.
Mhm. Yeah, you can either play off of it or you can be offended, and
we're all laughing at it because that was back in the day again, where you hit somebody. We call it hammer time, and it was like,
Mhm.
you know, not blocking, but what do they call it? Timing people out.
Upstaging? Oh.
Timing people out with a, you know, and this whole Huckleberry, bless your heart. Listen, Huckleberry, I don't know what the hell happened between the hurricane and that dude that was sitting on your roof. I've heard a lot of the stories of Whirlwind. Let me tell you, I was in the eye of that motherfucker. And if he's sitting in a chair on the roof, he should be making a lot of money right now.
Yeah, it was a metal chair, so I mean, it was able to stay steady a little bit, possibly. But for 10 hours, though, he was out there, you know, in this Category 4 hurricane with a helmet on that he found floating by.
And I'm not saying that he wasn't there. I think he got into a safe place, and that's good. Listen, I went from my place to another place and ended up in a worse part of it. And I was talking to my daughter on the phone, and I said, I wish you could just see. And there was a little crack in between the things that go over your windows.
Yeah.
And I turned on the camera, and it literally was like a Montana whiteout.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And
Yeah,
she says, Mom, I never knew how close you came to not being here.
Yeah.
Oh, there's bless
There,
your heart.
yeah, there she is. Yeah. How long did you go without the power?
5 weeks.
Wow, that long.
But
I never lost power. I'm in Florida. I never lost power. I'm not telling you where in Florida.
The houses are gone. Fuck power. Are you kidding? These houses, there was some that ended up, it's all in the canal. I'm on the water, but literally. Yeah.
What's Cornell? What does that mean? Cornell walked. I don't know what that means, MJ. What's that, MJ? Cute butt. Uh-oh. Mom. Somebody said that was Steph's mom. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't care if she's here. You know what I mean? How come my white bed is still white, says Huckleberry. And how come my white curtains are still white? See that? And the water line.
Yeah.
The water line wasn't as high as he said. He could have easily sat on. I'd rather sit on a counter than
half of my house is here. Half of my house is left. Blue tarp inside and out. What is left? Now, let me tell you, the only reason there was power is because on my end, I had to put the weatherhead and the meter back on at my cost. And then the electric company would have come out. So I would have probably had it up in 4 weeks. You know, but they had to get all the debris and, you know, you guys, you know, fuck you all. You just deal with it. You know, it was an experience. Listen, and I got a smile on my face from day one. And I'm still doing step by step to get over this shit, you know, and it's okay because what else I got to do? You know what I'm saying?
Magic says she's glad you're okay. MJ is saying something about the lady in the wheelchair was defrauding the, and Golden Eyes was on the panel when she walked and she didn't say a word. So is Joe Cool. Oh, she walked. Well, some people can walk and still be in a wheelchair. That doesn't mean they're confined. It just means that they get weak. So
she was paralyzed and was bringing in money. I was there. She was paralyzed from the
Oh, yeah.
waist down. Had service dogs, had this, had all these military things, blah, 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 and got busted standing up to go out and get more cigarettes on camera. No shit. It was priceless. I
Wow.
mean, literally, your asshole puckered and you're like, what the hell did I just witness?
I don't
It
think
was too
anybody.
cool.
I think they were in shock, probably. MJ. She said she was a colonel. You're spelling that wrong. That's why I'm getting it.
Yeah, it was a colonel. Yeah.
It's COLONEL.
Oh, it was
in the
priceless.
military.
I mean, I get giddy thinking about, I hate to say the old days, but back when, you know, that's why I like Teresa and, well, I don't know a lot of these We the People or whatever, but like the people I know that call people out and they really catch somebody that's like, you know, let's say they're on here going, hey, how you doing? And they come to find out they're in their child molesters or whatever, you know, call those fuckers out. I don't care, you know, but yeah, we've had some good times on here. I go back, Jimmy
Yeah,
Swaggart, Hilder. I'll tell you what, my parents bought a lot of Jimmy Swaggart hookers for him. Bless their hearts. I miss them. I'm not Jimmy Swaggart, my parents. Oh, God.
I don't know any of these. I don't know them.
Listen, I
I've
was
only been
on
around 3
DF.
years, so.
I was on, whose was it? He's always drunk. Hang on. Give me a minute. Your friend. What's his
DFK.
name? DFK. I was on
run
his
it?
and he was giving money away and stuff. And this is right when like the hurricane happened. And Swag, which I don't even know her, says Blue was in it. She's still in it. She's dealing with it. And this is true. I have never put my Cash App out. I mean, I even told him, I said, I don't even know how to do that. And she says, I want to nominate Blue Eyes. I think it was like $5, 15. I don't know what he was given, but anyways. So they all agreed that it was me. So I put my Cash App in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, and got on there and I went up on panel and I said, well, I want to do something. I'm like, hey, Swag. I said, because she said she had 4 kids. I'm like, holy shit. I can't imagine anybody's vagina surviving that shit. But anyways, I said, and I love Swag. I said, listen, I said, I'm going to give the money and I'm going to give it back to Swag. And then I added to it because 2 people gave to me. So DFK gave me money. Swag gave me money. And I took it and I gave it back to Swag on top of what I put on it. I put some more on it.
That's
You know,
nice
so
of
I'm not
you.
gonna sit
That's what
here
we
and
used to
get
give
called
money
out.
freely. We did. We used to give money freely in this community. You know, I don't get Cash Apps. Last one I got was like December of like $5 or something. Like I don't get them like I used to in the beginning. I don't know if just people have less money or they're just not liking the shows or something. I don't know, but and I'm the same way. Like I used to give a lot more than I have been, and it's just
Yeah,
money's
I
kinda
think
tight.
that's definitely changed. Yeah. Back in like 4 years ago, I gave for the first time through PayPal. Didn't know nothing about it, really didn't know what I was doing. And it was just, we were all getting together and helping somebody out. No big deal. And I got doxxed. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? Hello? You know? And all of a sudden, 4 years later, I have a couple of the best friends outside of YouTube that I can say that I capital L, which is like a lot. So is it a bad thing? I shouldn't have been doxxed. I went back to the doxer and I'm like, I will come over there and whoop on you. And he's like, I'm sorry, Blue. I'm sorry. I just thought I'd help, you know. And he didn't do it maliciously. So I had to kind of give him some slack. You know, what am I going to do? Go and slap him? No. But, and I still talked to him and I said, we're good. Because people try to bring it up. Because, you ready? I like the people I become friends with because of it. So anybody that don't like it can blow me. I know that just got wrong words.
No, it's fine.
It bothers me when he says it too. So, but anyways,
I'm reading what Huck's saying, and it just kind of takes me back to when that originally happened to her, you know. And
yeah, Huck. Listen, I
Yeah.
just give you some advice. Huck, let it go. Pick a different flavor and let's get on it. I mean, let's go chew somebody else's ass. Get over, let it go. Listen, the guy don't have enough energy to open his mouth when he's speaking. Why are you wasting your oxygen? Oh my God, I got to get off this stream before I really start telling my feelings.
No, it's good. You know, it's good to give your perception on things, and like that. Sometimes things have to be said, and if it's on this platform or somewhere else, that's cool. She doesn't always talk about this. Like, it hasn't been coming up hardly at all.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it, so then it kind of triggered. I think it triggered her to start talking. Not trigger like in a bad way.
And I
but
hear a lot of different stories and different people, and I get what Huck's saying. I get what he's saying. I mean, he probably scathed by the hair of his ass. I get the fear part of it, you know. And then a good guy, uncon, he just goes and gets him, you know. I mean, so it's a whole story, you know. Just
John, talking about brother John.
No, uncontrollable.
Brother John went by to help him out. Remember?
No, I didn't hear that part, but you know, bless your heart. Like, do I care where bless your heart's getting her dick from? Poon looks like a nice looking guy. Does he have a foul mouth? Yes, he does.
Yes.
You know, but at the same time, I can see why she wants to fuck it.
Okay.
In my opinion. I just seen that on the chat. I thought maybe I better put that in. It's okay. Look, if she loves me. I don't know her situation at home or even his. And if they're catfishing or something's going on, that's their business. Listen, I'm trying. There's metal wrapped around trees and everything. Calm down, people.
Don't take it so seriously.
You want me to tell you how when you go through something, how calm that made me? I got off medicine. I quit taking it. Well, I had some calm down medicine, you know. I do a lot of herbal teas and stuff, but sometimes I had to have something stronger. And I just quit taking it. I'm like, you fucker, I survived. I don't need this shit. So
yeah, I don't take, well, I take something else. It's just a long lasting, and it's not as strong. But it's just because, like, I started to get anxious, I guess. And so I didn't want to feel that way. And I was feeling kind of zombified a little bit, but now I'm not getting too hyper, you know, and, you know, sometimes I do get worked up, and like with Huck, you know, one topic comes up and it's like, wow, it just kind of brings you back. And then you feel like you want to talk about it, but it's hard to not until
when I hear you talking about your ADHD or whatever you have, and I know you were taking Adderall or you know, stuff like that. Let me tell you something. There is stuff out there that is natural that knocks Adderall's dick in the dirt. It helps. I have a grandson that is not on no medication or anything like this, and I was sending some information over to my son and like, just try this, and you know, and he has to be selective because I can be overpowering with this, you know, stick a tree up your ass and you're cured. But he started this powder stuff, and he takes it in the morning, and it tastes like a pixie stick. Remember those?
Yeah.
It's sort of like this. And I mean, this kid's in elementary school, and he was like, he is telling the teacher to, and you know, he was one of the bad ones, and it calmed him down. Did it calm him down 100%? No, but it calmed him down enough that he could do his 5-step program to get off that anger train. or that anxiety or whatever's going. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm still on a stimulant, but it's not Adderall. I don't take it, and this other is better. I don't feel like I'm overstimulated. I don't feel like I'm zombified. I don't feel any of those things. So it's much better. And also there's some amino acids that are pretty good, like L-theanine and 5-HTP are some of the other ones that can help out with calming down, with
right.
You know,
but when you need that fast action, that's kind of like going into it and slowing you down. What you need is, I'll help you find something, but that will fast act to stop it. You know, like, you know,
it's about diet and sleep. There's a lot of things that are involved with it, and stress.
It really is.
People get stressed. And one of my friends on here is contemplating because of all the trolling, and it's breaking her down. It's like, wow, like I don't want her to, like, she's going to change everything to where even I can't get in touch with her. And I don't want that. And I don't know how to convince her not to do it, because actually it's the better thing for her to do if she's in that position. And I don't know. Anyways, that's what this was about. I'm just kind of sad about that. I'm kind of sad about that because there's nothing I can do. I can't fight all the trolls.
All you can do is give her your business card, we'll put it that way, and say, I am always here for you. So when she really needs, believe me, your name is going to pop up in her head.
Okay.
So like, yeah, but I got things to do. I got people kind of giving me the side glance.
Thank you so much for coming up. I'll talk to you later.
So I will talk all you guys. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye. So I could be, you're right, you know, but since I already did bring it up, it's like, you know, this shit's hard to find. And I was just like, you know, doc, like I can't be on nothing. I need to be, you know, on something, and this isn't available. And so the other one I'm on, is better for me. It's a lot better. So anyways, thanks for being here, guys. And let me see those pics that she sent. I've been going live way too much. I'm just going to take a break from going live, but I just kind of got some news, and I don't really want anybody to leave, honestly. But I got to get going, guys. I got to go. Bye.